TGIF, happy Friday, my YouTube friends and family. I don't know about y'all, but I feel like this has been one of the longest weeks ever. I am so happy to see Friday, but of course, I have a few work from home job leads for you to kick off the weekend. Now, this is going to be a shorter video. I don't have as many job leads. The summertime sometimes has like a little bit of a slowdown, especially when we get into the holidays. Some companies have fiscal year end in June, like the end of June. So a lot of times they will kind of stop hiring towards the end of June and not pick up again until after July 4th holiday. But we do have FedEx hiring, and they are paying pretty high. So we are going to dive all in. Links, timestamps, all additional information you may need can always be found in the YouTube description box below the video. Now, first up, we have a company called Housecall Pro. They have 357 reviews from past and current employees, an overall employee satisfaction rating, though, of a 4.0 out of 5 stars, so pretty high. They are looking for a data operations specialist specifically for QuickBooks. So QuickBooks, if you're not familiar with it, is like an accounting type software where you can keep an accounting ledger of all the things coming in, all the things coming out. You can actually connect QuickBooks to like bank accounts and stuff and print paychecks and all. A lot of small businesses use it for their accounting, but they are hiring remote throughout the United States. And they're really looking for somebody to ensure seamless integration of QuickBooks within Housecall Pro. So you're there to kind of guide the customers through setting their QuickBooks up, troubleshooting any integration issues that they have, and just providing that ongoing support. So this is going to be like a customer service. Besides guiding them through the QuickBooks setup, though, you are also going to be analyzing the source and quality of the data, identifying any potential issues, and developing a custom action plan. So you are there to kind of review their input data, things like that, analyze it, and make sure everything is correct. Just communicating consistent trends and opportunities to the project engineering teams. Now, they are really looking for somebody who has a bachelor degree. If you don't, you've got to have equivalent experience in a related field. So probably some kind of like accounting or like tech support kind of field. They're looking for somebody who has 1 to 3 years of like customer service. You've done like data implementation, and of course somebody who has experience with QuickBooks, whether using it online or like the older desktop version. Other than that, you've got to be a problem solver. Pay for this one is anywhere from $21.55 an hour up to $25.35 an hour. Now, if you're interested in getting into the healthcare field, maybe doing like healthcare billing and stuff, but you don't have that healthcare experience that it normally requires, one way to kind of get yourself positioned into the healthcare field is to kind of start with some healthcare customer service, because normally they only require customer service type experience, which most of us have, either like waiting tables, working in restaurants, working in retail, babysitting, things like that, are all customer service experience. That gets you in the door into like a healthcare company. And then of course you work customer service as a temporary only for like a year or so. And while you're working that customer service, you learn about the healthcare field. You get that healthcare experience now that you've worked for a healthcare company that you can then put on your resume that counts towards those billing jobs and stuff. So we have Ventra Health hiring. They have 202 reviews with an overall rating of 3.6 out of 5 stars. They are looking for a contact center specialist. Now, this is remote for the United States, but please be aware their working shift time zone is the Eastern time zone. They do say it is remote nationwide, but if you're outside of the Eastern time zone, you'll kind of have to convert your hours to make sure that that works for you. I do believe they're on like standard, probably like 8 to 5 or something business hours. But of course, they're just looking for somebody to answer incoming calls, doing basic customer service for their healthcare patients. So you're going to talk to them regarding patient medical bills, insurance, explanation of benefits, different forms, bill payment arrangements. So you are going to be using different computer systems, multitasking, just all over patient billing needs. The best thing about this is what I was talking about earlier. You are going to basically just provide customer service service to the callers, so it only requires customer service experience. While they might prefer healthcare call center experience, a high school diploma, GED, and 1 year of customer service experience in like some kind of fast-paced environment is really all the experience they require. So this is something that you can do to kind of get in. And then of course, because you're talking to patients about their bills and stuff, you're learning a little bit about billing. But other than kind of the 1 year of customer service experience, they do want somebody who has knowledge of explanation of benefits, knowledge of like ICD-10 CPT codes. So if you're not familiar with how to read an explanation of benefits, if you've gone to the doctor recently, your insurance probably should have sent you one in the mail. Kind of just look at it or Google it. It's not that hard to learn how to read one. There's only like a few important, really, really important fields on that form. So I would just kind of prepare for that if you get an interview. Other than that, they're looking for somebody who, of course, can work computer systems, have math skills, have great communication skills. Now, sadly, this one did not list pay. That will need to be discussed with them at the time of the interview. And of course, next up, we have FedEx hiring. FedEx probably needs no introduction. They have 39,000 reviews from past and current employees with an overall employee satisfaction rating of 3.4 out of 5 stars. The job I am sharing today, they are looking for a global customs brokerage product advisor. This is remote for the United States, and it does say this role is 100% remote opportunity, so you can be located anywhere in the United States. They do not have any state restrictions. And real quickly, before we get into this job, I do just want to say, if you are looking to work with FedEx and this job doesn't fit you, currently they have 32 remote positions open. If you come to their main career search page, it's career.fedex.com. Right here, it says they have a total of 3,808 jobs open. You don't want to search for anything specific. What you want to do is click the drop down on this filters button, and you'll see an option that says remote with a little computer. If you click that, it's a yes or no. Right now, it shows 32 under yes, there's 32 remote jobs. If you click yes and then click out of that, it'll show you those 32 jobs that are remote work from home. They do have some like product analyst, they have data analyst advisor. So if you work with data, if you work with spreadsheets, you're good with like analyzing things, you might want to check out their career page and see what other jobs they have open. But back to the customs brokerage position, they are looking for somebody who just can basically provide product development and tactical sales support for their global customs brokerage. So basically, you are providing product development directions by evaluating the market research and analyzing into product solutions. So this is going to require data analytics as well. And just kind of reviewing, analyzing that data, you are going to determine the pricing and proper marketing for FedEx's new products. And so you are also going to represent FedEx trade networks, relationships, and kind of initiatives, providing that support to the sales team, responding to the RFQs, creating customized pricing, participating in sales calls. So you are kind of their new products, their new services that they're offering, you're kind of setting the pricing for that. And of course, to do that, you are kind of looking at reporting and kind of just market analysis, basically. So this is going to require either a bachelor degree or some kind of equivalent experience. It does say they will take equivalent business experience over that, but they're looking for somebody who's kind of worked in like a business administration before, somebody who has 5 years in either sales, marketing, or some kind of operations field. You've got to be able to have great communication skills, kind of a function working with different teams like the sales team. Of course, be proficient in those Microsoft Office systems, PowerPoint. You're probably going to do presentations. Now, a few things I will note about this. They prefer somebody who has an individual customs brokerage license, not required though, but what is required is about 10 to 20% of travel. So there are going to be meetings and stuff at times that you will have to travel for. Now, this one does pay pretty high, so the pay might be worth a little bit of travel. Pay starts at $4,330 a month, goes up to $9,082 a month. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a fabulous rest of your day, and I'll be back really soon with more work from home job leads just for you.